All assets and project files are available on my Patreon. The link in the description. First, let's add the board image as the background. Then, now add the paper overlay. To create the shadow, first, duplicate the paper layer. Now go to Curves, and for the Luma, set it to the lowest level. That will turn the paper into black. Then here, you can also adjust the opacity as you like. After that, go to Effects, and add a blur to the shadow layer. Now, just adjust the blur intensity of the shadow. After that, add a photo of a criminal figure that we're going to depict here. Now crop the image so we can adjust it to fit the paper overlay later. Here, I'm going to use a 1:1 ratio. Now, we just need to adjust the photo on the paper overlay. After that, let's add a text layer to write some words that we'll place on the paper. For the text color, I'm going to change it to black. And for the font style, I'm going to use League Spot and Extra Bold. Now I'm going to add an image of a hanging telephone. Now, just upscale and position it like this, because here we're going to create a swinging animation for the telephone. Now, we're also going to add a shadow to the telephone, and the steps are pretty much the same as what we did earlier. And this is the final result of the layout we've created. First, what we're going to do is animate the telephone receiver. Let's go ahead and add a keyframe to the transform at the first frame. Move the playhead a few seconds. Now reposition the telephone for the end position. So, it's gonna look like this. Ease the keyframe for a smoother motion. Now select these two keyframes by holding Ctrl on your keyboard and copy them. Then, move forward and paste them in a several duration to create a looping swinging animation. So, it's gonna look like this. Now you can do the same step to animate the shadow. But this time make sure to give a little bit distance when positioning the shadow, so it will make the shadow motion delay from the telephone. And now all you have to do is just copy-paste the keyframe just like we did before. So, it's gonna look like this. Now, let's move on to the next steps. But by the way, I'm gonna tell you about something I've been using recently that really helps when editing videos like this. Epidemic Sound, the best sound tracking platform for creators, the sponsor of the video today. It is a massive library with over 50,000 premium tracks and 200,000 sound effects, all made by real artists. And the best part, everything is restriction-free, so I can focus on creating without worrying about copyright claims. When I start working on a project, I usually search for music by mood. If I want something warm, cinematic, or energetic, I can instantly find tracks that match the vibe I'm going for. But sometimes, to find the right music for your video is not always easy. You can even spend hours searching only to find one track that fits your video. But don't worry. Epidemic Sound has now launched a new AI-powered tool called Adapt. With this tool, you can automatically adjust the music to fit with the mood that you want, just by typing prompts. Now, let me show you how to use it. First, go to Epidemic Sound, then go to Lab menu, and here you can click Try Adapt. After that, you need to add a sample music by click this new track, and add the music that you want to adapt. This is how the original music sounds like. Okay, now I'm gonna try to change vibes to be more epic and orchestral. So here I'm gonna add suspense and also epic in the mood menu. Also, I'm gonna type my own prompt to add more specific detail for the instrument and also the vibes. And here in the instrument, you can check which instrument that you want to change from the original music. And I'm just gonna check all of them. Press enter and wait until the process finished. And hear how it sounds like after we adapt it to the new vibes. If you want to experience this for free, click the link in the description and try Epidemic Sound for 30 days, because with the right sound, your story can make anyone feel what you feel. So, now what I'm gonna do is to make every time this telephone swinging across the text will gradually change into different text following the telephone swing. First, duplicate the text, then change the secondary text. Let's disable the secondary text first by pressing V. Then, compound the main text layer. After that, go to Mask and choose Split. Now, position the masks to align with the telephone side. Then, click Reverse and add keyframe on mask. Then move the playhead toward the telephone swing to the other side. Now, reposition the mask back to the telephone side. Then, ease the keyframes. So, it's gonna look like this. Now you just have to copy and paste the keyframe again. So, it's gonna look like this. Now, let's do the same for the secondary text. First, let's disable the main text layer. Then compound the secondary text layer. Now, we just need to animate the mask just like before, but for the opposite swing direction. So, it's gonna look like this. Now, let's enable the main text layer and see how it's going to come out. See it just like a magic. Now, after we finished with all of these, let's add some effect and transition to make it more dramatic. To start it, let's compound all of these layers first so it's more organized. Now I'm going to add an adjustment layer. In this adjustment layer, I'm going to set some settings just to turn it into black and white. Also to boost the lighting so it more contrast, and finally increasing the vignette so it more focused to the objects. And you can just follow my settings here. After that, I'm going to add hazy effect to add a little bit blurry effect on the sides of the frame. The next one is chromatic effect. And then, vapor effect, to add a little bit of atmospheric look. Now I'm going to split this layer into two parts, right in the middle of the duration. For this separated layer, upscale it a little bit to focus on the paper. Now, add zoom in motion to this two-part of the layer. And for the final touch, I'm going to add a transition between these two parts of the layers. I'm adding blur transition here so it will look like a camera zooming in. So, it's going to look like this. Pretty cool, right? Now, for the final part of the video, let's add music and sound effect. I'm not going to overdo the sound design here, so let's just add a music here that I have downloaded from Epidemic Sound. Also, this music is one of the music that is reproduced by Adapt tool that I have explained earlier, and this is how it sounds. I think it sounds good and it matched with the video. Now, I'm just going to adjust it a little bit by increasing the fade in and lowering the volume. And now what I'm going to do is adding this low hit sound effect for transition so it looks more dramatic. I also downloaded this sound effect from Epidemic Sound. Let's increase the volume a little bit. And just like that, here's the final result. And that's the video for today. I hope this video helped you. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.